So we found out that Lainie is a vampire, and she's been giving Ilia the suck, and Euphyllia has found her place in the world as the spokesperson of magicology. And we've also learned, or actually we've always known, I suppose, that Tilty is in fact MVP. During Euphyllia's speech about magicology and Anis's love for magic and, you know, the reason why she started this whole thing, we see that Anis shed a few tears from that, and I do wonder if, you know, I kind of had that feeling of, like, Anis might have some sort of feelings for Euphyllia already, as we saw in, like, the first 2 episodes, and it's, like, one of the reasons why she brought Euphyllia back to her place in the first place. But I wonder if, like, that's really more of just, like, a physical attraction sort of deal, but also her admiration for Euphyllia being able to, being blessed by the spirits and all that when she isn't. But I wonder at this point of the, you know, with the speech and all that, is this when Anis is, you know, getting some, sort of, like, deeper feeling for Euphyllia outside of that physical attraction and outside of that admiration that she has. And of course, you know, I forgot to mention that because I was too busy thinking about Lainie. How dare she be so cute with her cute little fangs. Ooh. But if you guys like the content, remember to leave the video a like and subscribe if you haven't. And if you didn't like the content, dislike the video and we'll be on our way. Let's get started. I may be stupid, but no, I am just stupid. I would never be able to tell the time with that clock. Oh, this is before. What about your fiance, huh? And then what happened? Took you in as his daughter. Okay. So, like, you're not specifically blood related, or? That used to be you, huh? Look at that little kid who only has bread in her hand. She's starving. Oh my god, they're gonna steal her bread now? They really came over just to chuckle at her. And then what, he died? Understandable. Look at him going into his fucking low voice like he's... Ooh, we're gonna have an episode focused on Lainie? But yeah, look at this fucking guy trying to be a fucking smooth talker and, like, lowering his voice down a little bit, you know, into, like, almost like a whisper or something. This fucking lad. In order for him to change the kingdom, you know, you have to, you know, to connect the poor people and the rich people. Somebody remind me. I say as if this is a live stream. Somebody remind me later on, because I need to rewatch that beginning again. I was too distracted by the poor girl, am I right? The peasant! But I say he's talking about, like, the disconnect between, like, you know, the poor and the rich, and especially with, like, the talk that we've had before with how, like, the nobles are the ones with the ability to use magic and all that, you know, while Anis is out here essentially being able to use magic without having magic items. Yeah, it's gonna get cold. Whoa. So this is still, like, before the talk? Or the speech? Alright, what's this problem? Look, if the tea goes cold, you can just turn it into iced tea. It's what I do with my hot coffee. Do we have ice around here? Iced tea heresy! I'm thinking about this other izakaya about tea and coffee. Oh, it's just Anis crashing? Or is that an actual crisis? Okay. They coming for Lainie? Okay, so they're at the speech right now. Okay. Holy shit! Damn, dude. This is when we find out Ilia's a battle maid this whole time. Yeah, Algard's coming to take Lainie. Damn! Holy shit! Alright, dude. You're really out here hurting Ilia? Damn. I've come back to take what's mine. Oh my god. I was just thinking, I'm like, is he just gonna punch a hole through her? She's too dangerous to leave alive. No! It's the one guy who was against her. Oh, he's part of, he's the son of Chartreuse. Okay. Sorry. I'll be doing plenty of that later. Well, you know Algar's coming to... Well, I mean, technically Algar just punched a hole through her, so that's fun. Is he stalling her, essentially? For eternity? Jesus Christ. Oh, there's Tilty. Oh, and then that's when... Yeah, it's stalling her so then she can't get to... She can't make a scene either, because... Look at how calm she is! She's deranged right now! Everybody! Well, somebody needs a slap to the face. Damn, dude! You know, crushing his wrist also works. Wow! Oh my god, the way he's fucking yelling at. Oh. She's using her magic. Ooh, she's excited. Yeah, come on! Fucking go! Although at this point, I think Lainie already got stabbed. Damn! Damn, dude, after she learned to use her wind magic to fly like that, who needs a broom? Damn, dude, he just fucking left their body like that, and you're just like, alright, you guys hold hands! She'll be fine. Lainie will be fine. Dude, he took her heart? Hold on. Oh no, it's the Magicite. Oh, now he's gonna toss that right into his fucking chest. Oh my god, he was doing what I wanted people to be doing this whole time. Just shove it right in your... Damn, Algard, you got me. Does that mean Lainie's not a vampire anymore? That means she's not going to be fine! Oh my god. I don't know, maybe you could work with her? Instead of, you know, thinking that she's your enemy? Can't believe you're telling me that Lainie's probably... She's not a vampire anymore. She's dead! Look at that hole inside her! Keep it down, Yuffie. Silence, woman! Look, the fact that you're still alive after that that gaping hole? You'll be fine with that giant hole in your chest. Look at him holding hands. Oh, she's still a vampire? Okay. Alright. So what, she's just gonna grow another magicite in her? Yeah, how nice of you. I don't know, it kind of feels like you've sort of been already doing that. And then what? And then what? Everybody knows it's the Ministry who's been controlling this whole thing. Well, I mean, isn't that just rumor being spread by the Ministry? No. And what are you gonna... Ah, my grandfather tried that! Ah. This kingdom is ill. It's a disease. I'm the cure! Hmm. Oh, she's dual wielding? We truly have the talks of talks. Don't worry, we'll get into them fighting in the next episode. Well, you see, Algard's making his move. That's fun. I wonder what the king and the duke are fucking doing right now. Okay, well, I still remember that I have to go back and, like, listen to what the fuck Algard was talking about in terms of, I mean, he sort of already made that whole thing of, like, you know, the nobles are out here fucking trampling on the fucking peasants, you know, the commoners and all that. And it's the same thing as, like, what Chartreuse is talking about, you know, the people who have magic have the rights to rule this country, and from what we know, it's mainly the nobles who are able to use magic while the commoners are just, you know, left to fucking rot. And Algard is just a very angsty teen. He's very angst right now. He's so angry. Alright, let's see here. Oh, Oh, wait. Okay, the sister and brother, and whom the crown is intended. Alright. Before I go back to the sender, I just want to go look at this part again. Just let me take care of it. Cause you live for that. Okay. Taking in by footage. But it didn't work well. Yeah. People kept making strange passes at me or just plain bullying me, so I've never been very good at interacting with people. Rejecting and failing to understand someone alien to you, the disconnect between commoners and nobles. This kingdom has become quite warped. Okay. I want to change the kingdom of Palatia. Okay. Okay. And so his grandfather tried to do it, and then the nobles revolted. Okay. Well, you know, the only... I mean, when it comes to these situations, right, with, like, the fucking nobles being on top and being in power, and the commoners are the ones without power, usually, I feel like for a noble, they wouldn't be able to change it from the inside. That's what I personally feel. And so... It could happen, but like it has to change from like it's not a aristocracy. I don't know how to say it. But you know they'd have to change the system from within. But for a situation like this where he said like his grandfather tried to do it and then the nobles revolted and then his father and the Duke Euphyllia's father had to put down this revolt, but the flame within it, you know, it's still smoldering, as we can see with Chartreuse trying to row everybody up about the whole, like, oh, we shouldn't fuck, you know, that whole speech that Anis was saying, fuck all of that, fuck that shit, get away from that shit, you know, it's really funny that, like, the after party is just Chartreuse trying to rewind everything that Anis and Euphyllia had said. But yeah, so like with that whole system, right, and if even the nobles, some of the nobles who wants to change it for the better for the commoners, they can't change it. The only possible solution, or not possible, not the only solution, but one of the solution that is that will become very apparent is a revolt from the commoners themselves. You know, consider that they make up, I would assume, they're commoners, they make up most of the fucking population, and if they've all decided to revolt, even if the nobles know magic, what are they going to fucking do, you know? Fucking kill everybody and get fucked? Like, who's gonna fucking turn the gears and all that? But okay, I think I've pretty much made, or pretty much talked about that, and we'll just go back to the summary. Alright, so that was episode 8 of Tensei Kakumei. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. You know that I always like talking to you guys. For me, I thought that this was a pretty nice episode, you know? We get to see Algard enacting his plan and all that, and my girl Lainie got a hole right through her. That's not a laughing matter, that's for sure. But you know, as I said before I went into the, oh my god, she's not a vampire anymore, she's going to die. She'll be fine. She'll be fine. According to Anis, she's still a vampire, despite having that giant magicite ripped the right out of it. That's like the size of her heart. So like, if that isn't her heart, where's her heart? How does she fit this magicite inside her tiny little body? Was it in her boobs? Like where was this magicite hiding? Anyway, so fucking Lainie got, dude. She fucking got it. Wait, if he has it now, does that mean does he just have the power of vampirism? He just has a power of a vampire? But like, does he also have the power of fascination? Or I don't know. I guess we'll just have to see in the next episode, you know, to see Anis fighting her little brother and all that. I'm a little mad that this whole time I was talking about how, like, we should just take the magicite and just shove it right in your chest, and it's Algard who does that. Damn him. During towards the end with the little speech that he's having to Anis and all that, right? I certainly am frustrated with Algard, and I just sometimes it's kind of like, oh, you're talking about you want to do good for the country, that's what he said in the beginning. He wants to fix this country like how his grandfather was, but his grandfather was doing it like half-heartedly, and he wants to put his whole heart into changing the kingdom for the better, and giving I don't know, equality or some shit to the commoners. I'm still on that road of like, he's most likely is like being tricked, but at the same time, like, is he does he, if he has some grander plans, is he using the ministry, and then once he gets this power that he's been craving for, he's just going to fuck over the ministry because he needs power, but like he also see, I suppose the thing that makes me very frustrated with him is that other than him being an angsty teen, he's very hypocritical, and I suppose that's his character at the current moment, where he wants equality for or not. I don't know if like equality is the right term, but he just wants to have that connection between the commoners and the nobles, so then the commoners don't have to be down in this position. So yeah, equality. But he wants that, but at the same time, he's working with the ministry, whose leader is Chartreuse, who's very much a conservative, and he wants to keep things the way that it is. And he knows that that his grandfather has tried this before, and the nobles had revolted, and so I would assume that he knows that it's the ministry who's most likely have, done this whole thing, I would assume. So like, if he knows about that, see, in my whole thinking of him having a grander plan, if he knows about that, then I would assume he's using the ministry, and then tossing them to the side later on, so then, yeah, especially if the nobles are revolting against, it would revolt against him wanting to, have a common ground for the commoners and all that. I would assume that's his grander plan, and if it's not, and he somehow thinks that him and the ministry are fucking, like, peanut butter and jam with each other, I don't know, I that would still go back to my thinking of, like, he thinks that he's paving his own way, but he's not. I don't know, because like, we saw a part in this anime, right, where they were saying, I forgot who it is specifically, but like they were saying that they were purposely circulating the rumor about Anis and Algard, right? Like with like the constant rumor, kind of like what we saw in episode 1 with like them saying like, oh, if only Anis was a dude or whatever, if only Anis knew magic, she would become a great queen, or she would become a great ruler for us. And so that gets Algard fucking pissed off, because he's just like, oh, I'm just a used rag while you're the person who has everything, and then you toss your position away. It still feels like this is something that's like I would say the ministry, but Chartreuse, whoever, that's like feeding him this, like like they're just trying to get him riled up to do this shit, and then essentially be able to use him as their puppet, if he ends up becoming king, but or at the very least, they're riling him up to do that thing, and then he's going to do something that's against their wishes, and again, his grander plan and all that. A king like that can only be called ornamental, so like an ornament, right? Yeah, an ornament. So at some point I would assume, going back to the whole, his grandfather has tried to do this, and then he got fucked, he failed, and so he just sees that one time, and he's just like, oh, I know that it's going to fail if I do this, so I have to go through power. I have to rule this kingdom with an iron fist. And then what? Execute all the nobles? I mean, at this point, that's really the only way that if if you want a fucking common ground for the for the commoners, just fucking kill all the nobles. Fucking get him. He's got power now, you know? And God, the only thing that's just still in my head is like, of course, he and Anis are similar since they are siblings, but like their ideals in a way are similar, where he wants quote-unquote equality for commoners, but like that's the goal that Anis is working towards, even though she hasn't really said it, but she wants to spread magic to everybody, which would also concern the commoners as well, which is why, you know, the people like in the ministry are scared of her spreading it to commoners, because she's essentially spreading that magic to these people, and they'd be able to fight against the nobles if they're able to use magic or magic tools. So, yeah, you know, like they're both wanting the same thing. It's just that Algard has been corrupted, you know, through the constant rumors, and then him being a giant fucking angsty teen who doesn't want to talk to his sister, and he just has like this giant presumption of who his sister is, and he refuses to have a conversation with her. And again, like they both have the same ideals, but if he had just gone and talked to her and actually be like, hey, this is what I want, and then Anis would be like, hey, me too, this is also what I want. You know, they basically, this, just like with a lot of series, sometimes it could all just have ended if they all just communicated with each other. But why do that? You know, communication is so boring. It ends the show so early, and we don't want that shit. We want conflict, we want drama, and we want this boy to fucking get riled up and fucking stab Lainie through the goddamn heart. Give me that magicite, Lainie. Damn, dude, Lainie spent like half of this episode just lying on the ground with a giant hole in her chest. Oh, and I mentioned this in the last episode because I was looking up her voice actress, and I realized that she had also voiced Shinju from My Dress Up Darling, and ever since I found that out, all I hear is Shinju right now. All I hear is Shinju. It's just that soft, almost like husky voice. That's all it sounds like to me. It's just Shinju. Damn you, Lainie. Wait a minute. Okay, hold on. I'm still trying to figure out how Ilia managed to just where Lainie is and just hold her hand. I would assume, like, after he, you know, ripped the magicite right out of her, he just dropped her, which is a pretty steep drop. And if she didn't die from well, she is a vampire, I guess. But if she didn't die from the whole chest, her chest being burst open and all that, I would assume that fall would at least done some damage to her whole back and head. But I would assume he just dropped her on the floor, and so Ilia just crawled on over to her and just like held her hand. Then again, we would also see a bit of blood from where she's been bleeding, you know, leading to where she was. And it's a lot of minor details that I, you know, you don't really need to know. But it is an interesting. I'm just over here thinking like, oh, Algard just fucking dropped her where Ilia was, which I suppose maybe he did. He's just like, there you go. Now you two can hold hands while you're bleeding to death. Aren't I a kind king? Oh, okay. I was everywhere. I don't know if I made any sense. And if I remember, I'll probably write a more condensed version of it in the description down below. But yeah, like I said, I felt that frustration with Algard. I think it's just been welling up this whole time, and I was really just holding myself back from just going straight for his throat during the reaction. Like, I just kind of stopped talking at some point. But me thinking about how, like, he's just your hypocritical, angsty teen really makes me, really calms me down. You know, being able to fit him in some sort of category allows me to just understand him just a little bit more, and again, calms me down, cools me down. So then, the next time I see him again next week. You know, hopefully I won't be fucking angry. I'm already a little frustrated. I don't want to be angry, but yeah, that was a nice episode. I liked it. We got to see a little bit more of Lainie before, you know, she got stabbed and everything. Unfortunate. Actually, I just remember what I said in the beginning. Oh, we're gonna have a little focus on Lainie. No, Algard just came and stole it. But alright, if I have anything else to say, I will write it in the description down below. Thank you guys for sticking around, and I will see you guys in the next episode.